Most people have a rough sense of what they earn. Very few have an accurate sense of what they actually spend. That gap between what you think goes out and what actually does is where financial clarity breaks down. Without a clear picture of your monthly expenses, every financial decision you make is built on incomplete information. You might feel like you're doing fine, or you might feel like money is always tight, but without the actual numbers in front of you, that feeling is just a feeling, not an analysis. And decisions made on feelings rather than facts tend to produce inconsistent results, the same way that reacting to a price move without understanding the context behind it leads to poor outcomes. Managing money without understanding your own cost structure leads to the same problem. The moment you have a clear, accurate picture of your monthly expenses, several things shift at once. You can immediately see whether your income comfortably covers your costs, barely covers them, or doesn't cover them at all. You can identify which expenses are fixed and unavoidable, and which ones are flexible and within your control. And you can make a realistic assessment of how much room you actually have to save, invest, or redirect toward a goal. None of this requires sophisticated financial knowledge. It just requires the numbers. The most common reason people avoid tracking their expenses isn't laziness, it's discomfort. Seeing the actual numbers can feel confronting, especially if the reality differs significantly from what you assume. But that discomfort is precisely the point. The gap between assumption and reality is where the most useful financial information lives. Closing that gap, even partially, gives you far more control over your situation than staying comfortable with an estimate that might be significantly off. This is the same principle that applies to any form of structured analysis. Accurate data, even when it's uncomfortable, always produces better decisions than comfortable assumptions built on incomplete information. At PrimeSetPeak, this is the foundation of how we think, whether about markets or personal finances, clarity over assumption, data over estimation, structure over guesswork. Subscribe to PrimeSetPeak for structured financial and market thinking applied to the decisions that actually matter.